Leaders in the town of Essex, Vermont, still considering whether or not to let the state build a new women's correctional facility in their town. The Chittenden Regional Correctional Facility is in South Burlington. It's the only one in Vermont, and the state says it's outdated.
The state is looking at 2 different parcels of land for this site, but it's not receiving much positive feedback from the community at a meeting that was held tonight. NBC5's Stephen Biddix was there, and he joins us now live in the newsroom with more. Stephen.
Yes, Brian and Liz, during a brief public comment period, there was about a handful of people who stood up and shared their displeasure with the potential of a prison coming to Essex. Members of the public say they still have so many questions remaining after last month's meeting with the state and the Department of Corrections and are worried about the negative impact it could have on Essex. One site the state is looking at is off of River Road and the other on Landfill Lane by the Park and Ride. At one point in the meeting, the chair of the Planning Commission asked if members wanted to vote down the prison and just end this whole process in general tonight, but they decided to seek more information on it and say they're going to be more demanding of the state as there's still lots of confusion and many remain frustrated.
A little bit unsatisfied with the information that was provided. I think the state did not really have a lot of the answers that we in the community had questions about.
I have a little bit of a harsher thought process or approach. Number one is I'd like to start nailing them down on the answers to the questions, and I don't really want to accept we'll tell you the answers when we decide what parcel it's going to be. Yeah. So that's number one, is I would like to start drilling down.
Some concerned residents also brought up, how is the town going to positively gain from this, and why should Essex be the ones helping out the state? The town is also thinking about inviting city leaders from South Burlington, where the facility is now, to future meetings to learn more from them about their experiences. They are also thinking about speaking with leaders from Newberry, who recently told the state no to a new juvenile facility, and then Vergennes, who said yes to that same facility, to hear both of their perspectives. Live in the newsroom tonight, Stephen Biddix, NBC5 News.